Are you eyeing a new lens to help you get better looking portraits? In this video, we'll compare photos taken with the standard kit zoom lens and a fast prime lens to show the difference a large aperture can make. This is a DAL 18-55mm kit lens. It has a maximum aperture of 3.5 on the wide end and 5.6 on the long. For this comparison, we'll test it at the 50mm mark, which means the maximum aperture is 5.6 at this focal length. This is also the same focal length as the DA 50mm prime, which has a maximum aperture of 1.8. What does all this mean? Without getting into the technical side of things, simply this. The lower the aperture number, the easier it is to get a nice out-of-focus background. There are many other factors and details involved, but again, I'm keeping it simple for this video, and that's all you really need to know for this comparison. Here we have a nice close-up of Yulia. I shot this with the DAL 18-55 at its maximum aperture setting of 5.6 at the long end. Since all Pentax digital SLRs have a crop factor of 1.5, 50mm is a nice focal length for portraits and offers a field of view similar to longer lenses on larger formats. Now, even at an f-stop of 5.6, you'll still get a nice background blur. However, sometimes you really want to melt away the background, and that's where a lens with a lower aperture number, which confusingly is a higher value, really makes a difference. Here is the same pose with the DA50 at its maximum aperture of 1.8. As you can see, it's far smoother than the 18-55 at 5.6. The difference is quite obvious and really helps to isolate the subject further. It really gives you that high-end photo feel and is a major advantage over using a point-and-shoot camera. While you can get a nice out-of-focus background with a close-up, a full body shot is more difficult and really best done with the lens featuring a large aperture. Here in these similar shots of Daria, you can see the difference is very apparent. While the 18-55 kit produces a nice looking image, the photo with the DA50 at its maximum aperture really stands out. While the 18-55 is an excellent lens to start with, the DA50 1.8 is a very worthy and cost-effective addition to any camera bag. Considering the excellent performance and value of the lens, it really is a must-have for anyone wanting to take their photography to the next level. On a personal note as a photographer, I really liked shooting with this lens. It's lightweight and well made. The contrast and sharpness is good wide open and only gets better stopped down. It's really a great lens at a great price. I highly recommend it.
Do you want this?
Please feel free to visit Pentax forums at any time for more tips and tricks.